So this is future me speaking. This is not past me. This is actually me when editing this video. There are a couple of things that I will mention. First of all, as you're seeing on screen, it is the Dino Tamer. It is the next 30k PR video. Well, the current 30k PR video that I will mention. And this character got improved and got updated in the Crystal Combat update. So I will explain that in this video. That is one thing. Second thing, it is going to be that I also got in this video. I got my very first Crystal 3 on camera. So you are going to see that as well. And third thing that I will mention, it is, I will want you to guess which character is going to be the next one in the next 30k PR video. I will pick every single comment that guessed right and try not to spam in the comments below. And yeah, you will be featured in the next video before the explaining my stats and my gear and all that good stuff. So type in a comment in the comments below, which character do you think is going to be the next episode? The character is not recorded, but I already know which character I will do. And yeah, so good luck to everyone who wants to, play along and guess which character is going to be. And yeah, enjoy the Dino Tamer video. Hello and welcome to another JNMG video. I am your host JonNario, and today it is another 30k PR video. This time it is the 30k PR Dino Tamer. My Dino Tamer is currently sitting at 30,172 power rank. And my stats are as follow. Right now it is my 6th highest character because I recently upgraded a 30k PR character and it is over 31,000 power rank, but I will do this one, the other character that I had 30k PR for quite a while, and then I'll do the new character. I'm being vague because I really want to keep it like a little bit of a surprise. And yeah, so anyways, my stats are as follow. I have 321,619 magic damage, 279% attack speed, so this character is heavily focused on attack speed. I have 87 movement speed as well, 79.8% critical hit, 1,590.0 critical damage, and I have 3,689 light. So my critical hit is kind of low, and also my critical damage is pretty low actually. The critical damage actually very low. And yeah, the attack speed is really high because this character does have higher than average attack speed like the Neon Ninja or Lunar Lance or something like that. Anyways, moving on to my gear. I am rocking a Crystal 3 hat and face and a Crystal 2 gun. So I have the Crystal 3 hat and face and gun, all of them are second stat or third stat, whatever you want to call it, movement speed. I'll tell you why in a sec. I have movement speed, attack speed, all pieces of gear, and I'm rocking Magic Find third stat on weapon and hat, and on melee, on face I'm using magic damage. I'm using Prefect Penguin instead of like Chrono Cubesly because this character it is a speed farming character and it is heavily focused on movement speed, so I'm using Prefect Penguin for the extra movement speed and the extra lifesteal. Well, not lifesteal, like health recovery when I kill an enemy. Arcane Emblem because damage, and you really need the most amount of damage possible, especially if you're going for U10. Chronomatic Emblem because this character, it is like the Gunslinger, it is a character that only focuses on his ultimate ability, so Chronomatic Emblem will help out a lot. And Conjurer's Crucible Vial because it is the my vial of choice when it comes to grinding dungeons. Normally, if I'm not using Unyielding, I should be using Death Defying because I will die a lot, but I'm currently using Hatred of the Oathbound Revenant subclass. What this one does is when you hit an enemy, you will recover, I believe it is like 4% of your maximum health, like every 0.25 seconds, and saying that this character hits so many times, you will recover a lot of health really quickly. And yeah, so I'm using this one for the lifesteal. And I forgot the ring, I'm using a Magic Find ring, Stellar 4. So yeah. And I will go into my gems right now. My gems are as follow. I compared to like the 20 KPR video Dino Tamer. I believe I only changed like 1 or 2 gems, so most gems are pretty much the same. So right now I'm rocking my Empower gems first, then Lesser gem, then Cosmic gems like always. I am rocking a 1 of each right here, so 1 critical hit, 1 magic damage, 1 critical damage. This one, it is a 2 maximum health, 1 critical damage, so I was re-rolling, I believe I was re-rolling this one and I got maximum health and I gave up pretty much. And my class gem, it is a 3 magic damage roll, so again it is not the best, but hey, whatever, it does its job. That's why I do have a lot of critical hit, well, a lot of magic damage, and I do not have a lot of critical hit because I do have a lot of maximum health on gems. Like 2 of my 3 empowered gems, like normal empowered gems, do not have critical hit, so yeah. My lesser gems are as follow. I do have a level 15 gem right here, so I need to level up this one right here if I want to get to, 31k, but I really don't care. But this one is a 2-1 magic, this one is a 2-1 magic. My air gems is 2-1 magic, 2-1 magic, and my fire gems 2-1 magic, and 3 magic. That's why I do have like insane magic damage, like 321k magic damage at 30k PR. It's no joke, it's actually quite a lot. And yeah, so anyways, moving on to my cosmic gems, I am rocking a 2 light, 1 critical damage on one of my lesser gems, and my other one, it is 2 light, 1 critical damage. And my empower gem, it is a 2 light, 1 magic damage, and I'm rocking flower power. Reason I'm rocking flower power is because this was probably the best gem that I got out of the empower gem. And this character, like, it would have been better if I got like Vampire and Vanquisher, but like I said, I only got 1 Vampire and Vanquisher and I decided to give that to one of my other characters. So this one does have flower power, and yeah, it's an alright gem. It's not the best, not the worst, just a little extra damage and does help out a little bit. And yeah, so those are my gems, those are my my gear, and this is my Dino Tamer. Anyways, let's go into Uber 10 in 3, 2, 1. And here we are, Uber 10. So let's get started with the new and improved Dino Tamer. Why did I say new and improved? The recent update, I mean the Crystal Combat update, actually updated a little bit on the Dino Tamer. Usually the Dino Tamer, it only gave you, you only move at 90 movement speed every single time, so you will keep moving at the same speed with your ultimate ability. After the Crystal Combat update, the ultimate ability is actually now a buff instead of like a transformation. So normally you get like a transformation, you go in 90 movement speed, you go at mount speed, and you cannot increase that movement speed in any way. So it made it so like the ultimate ability is like any other buff, so you pretty much move plus 50 movement speed compared to normally. So you move, I believe it's plus 50 or plus 40, I don't remember. Future me is going to tell you. So you get a movement speed increase instead of like a movement speed, you're in a still 90 movement speed. So movement speed gear, it is amazing with this character. And yeah, that was the update. By the way, that was a horrible grenade or bomb. But yeah, how does the Dino Tamer fare in Uber 10? It is amazing. This character, it is amazing. It's actually one of the best characters out there. It's probably the fastest, easiest to use class when it comes to, speed farmers. This character, it is amazing. This character is fast, this character is strong, it does have high DPS, and is scaled rather well. The only thing is that this character, you cannot use using just your basic attack unless you're only at the end game. So if you're at the end game, then you can just use your basic to kill enemies, but if you're like 30k PR with my kind of stats, you have to use your net, especially if you want to kill some bosses, and you have to use the net in order to do extra damage and kill dungeons rather quickly. Also, I always use a flask whenever I'm using the ultimate ability. I use at least two flasks before the ultimate runs out, because this character, like I said, you need to be using your ultimate ability 100% of the time. It is pretty much the strongest thing about the Dino Tamer. It is its ultimate ability. But once you're in your ultimate ability, you are incredibly powerful. I don't know why I'm going so slow, so whatever. But you're moving in incredibly fast movement speed. Seeing that right now I'm using like the Revenant subclass, I'm healing way too much, so I do not need unyielding. I'm all over the place today. I feel really tired. I don't know why. So make sure you're always on your ultimate ability. So this character is like the gunslinger. You need to be using the chronomatic emblem and a lot of flask in order to be using your ultimate ability. You can use like that define with this character and run around with Chronomaster Cusley and the chronomatic emblem. So this character, you definitely need to be using like the cooldown reduction abilities in order to do well with the character. And you're seeing on screen how good this character actually is. And look at the speed. That is ridiculously high movement speed. It is currently the second fastest character in the game right now after the update. So it doesn't kill as fast as something like the Neon Ninja, the Vanguardian, but it still does consistent high DPS. And the AoE on this character is just incredibly good. And seeing that, combining those with the movement speed and being a character that doesn't use any energy, so you can jump around like an idiot. So you jump around and you can avoid a lot of damages in the ultimate abilities. So this character, you can use it like the Shadow Hunter, just jump around, shoot down, and throw your net on cooldown. And once you pretty much just shoot down, and the character does have incredible AoE, so you will kill pretty much everything really quickly. The character does have a lot of DPS, so it is a good character for Uber 10. This character scaled rather well. And yeah, so pretty much this character is really good. That's all I have to say. The character is good. The character is amazing. If you want to main him, I would suggest you do. If you want like a good magic damage character, this is actually a really good magic damage character. And pretty much you will do incredibly good damage, incredibly high consistent DPS, and you will do well with the Dino Tamer. So if you haven't tried the Dino Tamer after the Crystal Combat update, I will suggest you do, and I will suggest use movement speed on the Dino Tamer, because the Dino Tamer, it is not a difficult character to use, but it is not like a forgiving class like the Revenant. It is a kind of a tough class, and you need to be using something like cooldown reduction, a lot of cooldown reduction in order to do well. Because if I'm just using without like the ultimate ability, like look at this. The damage is just pitiful. Like, I'm not even charging the net, because if you didn't know, like the net doesn't do more damage if you charge it or not. The net still does the same damage. Look at that. So it is 2.6 mil. And if I do not charge it, I missed. Well, if I do not charge it, you can see it is the same amount of damage. The net only does, when you charge it, then it only does like, it lasts for longer instead of like doing more damage. It still does the same damage. Whew, I almost died there. Those enemies do still hit really high damage. That's the only bad thing about the Dino Tamer. You cannot use wings. So you have to jump like an idiot every single time, especially on dungeons like this one, that you have to, yeah, go all the way up there, jumping instead of like using your wings and using the gliding thing. But I don't have like a lot of things to say. The Dino Tamer is still good. The Tamer is still useful in any portion of the game. It's scaled really well for Uber 10. If you want to use the Dino Tamer, I would suggest you use them because you pretty much you're seeing on screen. I'm just gonna ignore that 1-star and going straight into the 3-star. It does have really good AA crowd control. It does have a lot of DPS. It is a character that doesn't use any energy, so you can jump around a lot. It is a fast character. It does a lot of DPS. I'd already mentioned like the DPS. But seeing that it is a fast character, it is a good farming character. Anyways, I will complete this 3-star dungeon and call it a day because there's a lot to say about the Dino Tamer. It's still good. Use movement speed now instead of using like attack speed and critical damage like you did back then. Penis Christ news. Penis Christ? What? That's such a random comment. The Dino Tamer is still useful. It's still good. You can use it in any portion of the game. I will strongly suggest you use a lot of critical damage, not critical damage, cooldown reduction on the Dino Tamer. Use attack speed because you're using your basic attack pretty much every single time. Use your net on cooldown when you're in either modes, in just your standing mode or in your ult. You can tell that it still does the same amount of damage. Make sure to throw the net on cooldown. This Dino the babies or whatever you want to call it, the summons, they barely do any damage, so you throw them if you want. It does help out a little bit in the like the earlier portions of the game, but as an end game Dino Tamer it does not work like a lot. And yeah, so ultimate on cooldown. Just shoot, keep shooting and jumping and throwing net on cooldown, and yeah, that's pretty much how you use the Dino Tamer. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around as always. If you have a Dino Tamer, let me know what you think of the Dino Tamer, and if you also have a Dino Tamer, which product are you? Leave a like if you want to help the channel grow, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And that is all for today. Once again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Take care and keep on hunting, and remember that this character is still pretty good. It's amazing. I would suggest you use it. See ya.